Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome back to our channel here with iKnowDealerships. This is going to be a fun one. I'm really excited. It's our work from home, COVID from home video. I know last time when I was on the video and I put up a video, I'd shared that if you're in a position where you can purchase, that right now is really a good time to be able to look into purchasing a vehicle because there's a whole lot of deals going on. And just on a quick sidebar, if you or anyone that you personally know has been personally affected health-wise by COVID-19, our thoughts and our prayers definitely goes out to you. Make sure you stay safe, make sure you stay healthy, and keep taking care of yourselves. I wanted to do this special video because it comes right in the heels of all that we're going on right now. I have Mr. DeAndre with me. And he's going to actually share because he actually just recently purchased a truck for himself during this COVID situation and pandemic. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you guys. Mr. DeAndre, can you just quickly talk to us?
I was actually driving a 2002 Chevy S10 pickup truck. I do moving, hauling, and landscaping in the Baltimore area. And I was just having so much trouble with my truck. I just knew it was time. I wasn't really confident at first, but I knew that it was time for me to find something new. I knew that I had to do something because if I didn't, it was going to be like a risk. Me traveling back and forth, probably, not having AAA or any towing companies because they may not be essential right now in the pandemic. I'm not even sure. I just didn't want to be at that risk or have that liability on my life that, I could be stranded somewhere. So I went on ahead and I went for it. I reached out to Pastor Peter and he guided me in the right direction. And I'm excited for the new truck that I have.
All right, good stuff. Well, when you actually came over to me, there was a few things that we went over. Can you quickly just go over that for the listening audience?
Perfect. Well, it was very easy to follow. The instructions were step by step. We had a game plan set out prior to going to the dealership, which I was really, really encouraged by. I felt very comfortable going into the dealership and, speaking numbers and negotiating with the people there. Because when you go into certain situations like that, you're not always familiar with the terminology or what you're actually supposed to be getting or what fees you should be paying and what you shouldn't be paying. So we started off with, I believe it was the we calculated the monthly payments through the interest rate with the price amount of the vehicle. We based that off of my income every month. So every 2 weeks, we went off of my gross. And from there, we calculated what my monthly payment would be first prior to looking up a truck, my liking. And then the second step, which was the fun part, of course, you get to choose your make and model if you want your color. And a big thing about that I also learned was about the Carfax. You always want to make sure you see the Carfax. If you're going to any dealership, if they can't provide the Carfax for you, you probably don't want to, mess with them. But
man, it sounds like you stole a piece from the book on that one right there. That's key right there.
I did my studying and I learned a lot, and I feel confident now that I can at least try and help someone else in the future be able to make a purchase at a dealership without the frantic or the worry of the payment or the cost of it.
Yeah, and when we actually went to the actual dealership, did they even know that you had a truck that was giving you issues or anything like that?
No.
Not at all. And so you were in a position which you had to buy, but they had no clue that you had to buy. I think the way that we even did it was almost like, hey, look, we don't have to even buy this thing today. even though we knew personally, we're like, shoot, we need to get, we need to leave with this truck today.
Yes.
But yeah, that's cool. And so walk me through when we actually got to the dealership. What did you see? What were some things that happened? I know there was a lot of twists and turns that happened during the process. What did you think that you learned from that process there?
The one thing I learned is never get too rattled. You know, you are the consumer, you are paying your money, and they need your business as well. Like, we don't want to seem entitled, but we also want to stand our ground as well and make sure we're getting the best deal. I learned that, you know, we called and asked that they had the truck prepared. So we came in with the mindset of we're going to be purchasing today, but like we just said, they didn't know we had to purchase that day, and we didn't come in with that mindset as well, willing to just take whatever they throw on the table. We were going to get the proper cost, everything efficient, and everything worthwhile in making a purchase from a dealership. So that was very exciting to see, coming in prepared before actually walking in and just saying, hey, I want to, you know, negotiate or talk about purchasing a vehicle.
Yeah, and it was a pre-owned Toyota truck that you were looking for. In fact, you look good in that new truck, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, good stuff. And what we saw was, you know, the truck wasn't perfect, but it was a good truck, very good truck. And we were able to pick out a few things, and that really helped in the pricing piece. Now, walk us through. So they came initially and they said, well, this is how much this thing is going to cost. What do we do from there?
Well, from there, we always stuck to our preparation. The numbers that we calculated at home were already the numbers we were looking for. And if they weren't able to provide that, we made sure we let it be known to them that, you know, we would not purchase from them that day, or we'll, you know, come back another time or go to another dealership. We have to make sure that there's a little competition in it so that we're not just getting walked over or used in these situations, because we're vulnerable when we don't really know the language of dealerships and things of that nature.
Yeah, in fact, they even tried to increase the pricing because of reconditioning fees and inspection fees and things like that. And I really was very impressed with what you did there. It's like you stood to your ground and you're like, no, we're not paying for that.
Right.
And that really helped us because we were able to come up with a number that actually worked for you. But we also used the site with Kelley Blue Book, which we actually saw what the amount should be for that car. Because I remember that the GM actually came up and he was like, well, how do we even arrive at this number as to what you felt you should pay for the car, right?
Yes, that was a big key there for a lot of reasons, because sometimes you can get oversold on a vehicle and you really don't know all the ins and outs, and you don't want to, you know, jump into something and then you have to pay more money on it outside of your regular payments. You know, you want it to be reliable, you want it to be something you wanted, and then also something that isn't gonna put more added stress on you from the world already that you're living in. We want to make sure that we stuck to the number we seen at first, because everything else panned out. You know, Carfax, Kelley Blue Book, and then also the year of the car and mileage as well.
Good stuff, man. I'm really happy. And then I know the last piece, right? So we went to the finance office and we, because we had agreed on a payment and whatnot that we were going to pay. However, even though you agreed on the payment, there was still an increase in the pricing. Can you walk us through that real quick?
Well, I'm going to be transparent with everyone. It got intense in there. They really tried to get us on one, because when we're talking to the dealership or the actual car salesman who was the manager of that day, they had us speaking to 3 different people. We had the manager, then we had the other guy that was, you know, typing up the paperwork, and then we had the finance office. And the number we got from the manager was the number we were looking for. We both verbally agreed upon, but once we got in the financial area, she tried to, add a different number to the paperwork that needed to be signed. So it was really good that I was able to stop, take a chance to look at it and actually say, this wasn't what we agreed on prior to me coming in here. And then we were able to come to an agreement, figure it out.
Good stuff, man. And I just have to absolutely ask this question. So the book, you paid $20, so I appreciate you paying out a cent extra than $19.99. So you paid $20 for the book. Would you say that book was helpful in your purchase? And really talk to me, what's the value of having that book, and how much do you really think you may have saved by purchasing the vehicle through reading the book?
Absolutely. The book is remarkable because it's your own game plan. Sometimes we go into like each team or sports or any event, they all, even fighters, they go in with a game plan. They need to be prepared and ready for what they're about to go up against. And a lot of times we don't really know what we're getting ourselves into when we walk into those dealerships. And it was just a good thing to have, to just give me that confidence to know I can say, no, I don't really want to spend that, and not feel bad, because, we care about people and, their livelihoods and things like that, but we also don't want to be taken advantage of in the midst of them trying to, do a job that they asked to do. The book actually just informed me on the terminology that dealerships use, just the preparation and the terms that they speak. It's just like if you were to go into a courtroom and you have to speak a certain way to the judge to get your point across. It's amazing to see, because once that veil is taken off, you see how vulnerable those dealerships are as well. We're just there to make a proper negotiation and work out for the best of both of us.
Well, DeAndre, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate your feedback, and just wanted to really just say thanks again. And to all those that are viewing, just want to encourage you guys, read this book, reach out to it, see the lessons that are there, because I really can truly say that you'll learn a whole lot through it. And hey, $20. DeAndre, how much money do you think you actually saved by spending that $20?
I saved at least $1,500. I saved another used vehicle if I wanted to from a private owner. And that's perfect when starting off a car payment, because you never know what you're going to have to run into. You have to have full coverage, so you want to make sure you have a little extra change or save something that you can use while making your payments and staying on top of your payments and things of that nature. And it just feels good because you're comfortable now. You still have a payment and you have to take care of it, but now that extra money that you didn't have to give to the dealership, now you can actually work out and enjoy your purchase.
Awesome stuff. Well, thanks again, DeAndre. We appreciate you for jumping on this channel and sharing your experience. Is there anything else that you have for us?
I would just say, make sure you get your book. Don't be discouraged. Make sure that, you're being responsible and you're looking for vehicles. And this is definitely the perfect time to make sure you get your nice new vehicle, used however you want it to be, whatever is perfect for you, and give glory to God when you do it. That's all I have for the people.
Well said, sir. Well, like, share, subscribe, everybody. Have a great day. And once again, make sure you stay healthy. Make sure you stay safe. Have a wonderful day.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, sir.
Thank you for joining us, man. See ya.